Hello, how are you? I am back again. I had to refilm this because my boyfriend called twice during the first take and I was like, I don't know where I'm up to. I'm just gonna start again. So anyway, here I am. I'm back on the tube and I'm so happy to be making some videos finally. I feel like I've really missed YouTube and it's just so impossible to get dressed and do my hair and put on a scrap of makeup and not have a baby running around and finding that like 5 minutes to film. It's just really hard. So yeah, my mum's visiting this week and I've got a little bit of time to film some YouTube videos, and one of the things that I was like, I need to film is a quick video on this perfume. It is Jo Malone's Moonlit Chamomile Cologne. I have the bottle here. It's a very fancy bottle. It's a limited edition. It's not a Cologne Intense, it is part of their classic cologne collections, but it is a limited edition, hence a fancy bottle and the fact that it is limited edition. So if you do want this perfume, it is still on the website, but I don't know how long it's going to be there because I think once it's gone, it's gone. I actually personally think they should reintroduce it as like a full-time cologne. But you just never know, you just never know. Anyway, I'm gonna do a quick video on it because I think it's really special. I think it's really essential in the collection and I really love it and I think it's really important. And I think if you like other fragrances, namely wood sage and sea salt, I think you're gonna love this one. So first of all, I'm gonna give you the notes. It contains moonflower, chamomile and white musk. And it's described as an evening wander filled with possibility. The enchanting freshness of feathery English chamomile leaves mingled with blue moonflowers, glimpsed in the garden after dark, enveloped in the gentle sensuality of cocooning white musk. Now, this perfume is so pretty. It's so pretty, but it's quite different to a lot of the Jo Malone perfumes. Instead of like red roses, smells like red roses. Lime basil mandarin smells like lime basil mandarin. English pear and freesia smells like pears and freesia. Whereas this perfume, I don't really know what a moonflower is. I know what chamomile smells like, but I don't know. It doesn't really smell like a flower and chamomile. Do you know what I mean? It smells more like a moment. The only way I can describe it is, bear with me, is wood, sage and sea salt. It doesn't really smell like wood and sea salt and sage. It smells like a coastal walk. It smells like rocks. It smells like the ocean. It smells like, I don't know, just like seawater and wood and wind and coastaliness and just like a long walk at the coast, and it's cold and fresh and biting and invigorating, and it smells like the moment, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't necessarily smell like anything apart from the coast and the rocks and the sand and the salt and the air, and it smells like the atmosphere and the air and the afternoon. And that's kind of how this perfume smells. It smells like more of a moment. It smells like kind of later in the evening, kind of maybe like after dark, after dinner. It smells like maybe chamomile tea in the garden, late summer, that last hurrah before it's autumn. There are still flowers. It's a little bit chilly, so you want something warm to drink. You don't necessarily want alcohol, but you do want something just comforting and cozy like a chamomile tea. You can smell the flowers, you can smell the tea, you can smell, I don't know, just like faded perfume of musk and just kind of like a cozy, warm but fresh late summer evening. And it does really have a bit of a no fragrance feel. So if you do love a perfume that doesn't smell like a perfume, like the wood, sage and sea salt, it's very kind of like a no fragrance. I think this is quite a no fragrance. It's very unisex, it's very lovely, it's very fresh. It's a little bit more sensual, I would say, than wood, sage and sea salt. It's a little bit more floral, but it's definitely got that kind of no fragrance, quite skin-like, but do you know what I mean? Like it's quite skin-like, it's quite it's quite subtle, it's quite soft, it's like whispering, you know? It's subtle, and you can definitely smell it, and you definitely enjoy wearing it, but it's much more of a soft, subtle, whispering fragrance in the same way that Wood Sage and Sea Salt is. I think my way of like thinking of it is like, if Wood Sage and Sea Salt is your day fragrance, this would be your evening fragrance. Like, it's just got a little bit more floral, it's a little bit more sensual, it's still very fresh, it's still very quiet, but it's definitely there. And it's just really pleasant and pleasing, and I don't know, it's like, it's quietly sensual, but it's just not, it's not too much, it's not too in your face. It's very unisex, which I love about it, because I don't know, it's really good. Like, it's warm and it's cozy and comforting, soft and fresh, and I don't know, there's literally nothing like it. You know how there is nothing like Wood Sage and Sea Salt except the copies? Well, this is similar to that. There's nothing like it. It's just a very warm, beautiful, fresh, no fragrance kind of evening fragrance, and oh, I just love it. And I think it's really good, and I feel like it should be part of the permanent collection, and I hope one day it is, because it's really good. But yeah, I would say if you like Wood Sage and Sea Salt, try this for the evening. If you like Myrrh and Tonka but you want something maybe a little bit more subtle, I would say try this. And I would say if you like Wild Fig and Cassis but you want something maybe a bit less tangible, as like a fruit or a floral, I would say again try this, because it's just more of a moment, you know? It's more like a kind of warm, sensual, kind of leafy, comforting, calming teeness. And I don't know, I just think it's really lovely and special and unusual, and I honestly can't think of anything like it, apart from Wood Sage and Sea Salt, but it's more cozy and comforting and tea-y, and it doesn't smell like Earl Grey and cucumber. It smells more evening-y, it smells more, I don't know, chamomile and quiet and warm and sensual. It's very hard to describe. I'm not doing a very good job of it, but I think it's really special, and I really wanted to talk about it because it's so unusual and it's so unlike any other fragrance I know. And yeah, I really think if Wood Sage and Sea Salt is your thing, try this. If you love Myrrh and Tonka but you want something a little quieter, try this. And yeah, if you kind of like a tea fragrance but like a moment fragrance and a no fragrance fragrance, then I think you're gonna love it. And I think it's just so good, and it's so good. Yeah, and I felt like I needed to ramble on about it for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. How long have I been talking? There's Gordon barking. Let's hope he's gonna wake up Mary. He's so barky. I think my mum's got him. I don't know what that is. In terms of fragrance combining, I would say maybe blend it with Wood Sage and Sea Salt to make it a little bit more salty. Maybe blend it with Myrrh and Tonka if you want to kind of combine that. I would say it might be quite nice with Blackberry and Bay as well, and kind of more amp up the floral notes and add in a few blackberries. That might be quite lovely, and kind of add a little bit more sensuality to Blackberry and Bay as well. I'm trying to think what else it would be nice with. I don't know, I think it's kind of perfect on its own. I wouldn't want to overpower it with anything like Orange Blossom. I think that might be too much. It might be quite nice with red roses, but I would say try not to add too much red roses. Maybe more of this, less red roses. And it might actually be really nice with the wild bluebells too. It might give the bluebells a little bit more body, but then add a little bit more vintaginess to this one. But yeah, that is my video. It is still out, but I don't know how long it'll be around for. I hope it joins the permanent collection at some point, because I think it's really beautiful. And yeah, I just cannot say enough times, if you like Wood Sage and Sea Salt and you are looking for more of a unisex fragrance and you want something a little bit more sensual and cozy and maybe a little bit more floral and warm, then I would say definitely try this, because it's so beautiful and it's so special, and it's honestly so unique. It's not like anything else I've ever tried really, and it's a slice of Jo Malone perfection. And yeah, I feel like more people should be discussing how good it is. Maybe I've just been like, you know, not present enough with Mary, but I just feel like not enough people are talking about how good it is, and I really think it's a winner. Anyway, that's my video. Sorry if I've rambled on too much, but I will see you again soon. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.